Good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Bob with Surfing the Word Ministries, and we have a lot of teachings on, so if you ever like to hear more teaching, we keep them short and sweet and right to the point. And when we get all done, if you like what we're doing, you push the like button.
And
push
subscribe.
the like button and the subscribe button, and we keep it quick and pop it right at you with golden nuggets. Well, today I have with me a family member, and what is your name?
My name is Natasha.
Where do you live at, Natasha?
I live in Ohio,
Where?
in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, cool. Have you asked Jesus in your heart?
Absolutely.
All right. Long time ago, short time ago, and about when did you ask Jesus?
I would say 13 years ago. The first time was in a jail cell.
Oh, jail cell. Well, that's wonderful. God's got to captivate you somewhere to get a hold of you, right? We used to pray all of our kids in jail. Anyway, that's not much for that. So, well, you know, once you ask Jesus in your heart, I believe that's after. But, you know, before you had Jesus, we had our BC days, before Christ. Well, what kind of girl was Natasha in her BC days?
A Hellraiser.
Hellraiser?
Yeah.
Like, how'd you raise hell? What'd you do? You just...
So I was addicted to heroin, cocaine, any kind of drug that you could give me, and I loved to put it in a needle. That was my favorite thing to do in my free time.
Where at?
What?
Where'd you put the needle? Say you needle?
Oh, yeah, a needle, wherever I could.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I met a girl the other day always shooting herself in the neck.
Oh, yeah, there too.
Dang,
Yeah, that was
man.
my favorite.
You get a quick buzz that way?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, what changed your life then? How'd you make that change? Did you get tired of it after a while, or?
Yeah, extremely tired. So I ended up, well, I was in and out of jail a lot, and the last time that, my last fight, I should say, through my addiction was 10 years ago, September 9th, and I ended up, I had my sweet little Sophia in jail, and that is what changed my life. And I got to come home on house arrest for 90 days. And then I also, after my 90 days, I went back to court to see my judge. And I was so excited to tell the judge, like, everything I had done. I had, like, got my hair license back. I got my driver's license. I went to, like, 90 meetings in 90 days. And I was so excited that I thought he was going to care. But this judge had saw me so many times, he didn't care. He was like, she's like one of the rest of them. She's going to come and go. And I was like, no, it's different. Like, I want to tell him. So I told him, I wrote this big long paper, front and back, I think. And I read it to him. I was so proud. And at the end, he sentenced me to 4 years in prison. And like at that moment, like I fell to my knees and I saw my life flash before my eyes, and they took me away. I was in street clothes. I was on house arrest, and my attorney said, "You're gonna go home. Like, this is it." So I'm like, okay. I believed him. Well, I went to jail. They like handcuffed me and took me away. And my baby was 3 months old at the time. 3 months old at the time. And I had another kid, 2 more kids that I didn't really see a whole lot. And then I had another one that lived with me. And, yeah. So, when I got back to jail, I called my lawyer because I was going to let him have it. I had a lot of things to say to him, and it was not nice. But then I just cried out to him. Well, first I cried out to God, and then I made that phone call, and my attorney was laughing, thought it was so funny. And I'm like, what are you laughing at? And he said, the judge is teaching you a lesson, so you'll be out tomorrow.
Wow.
He said, this time, keep your mouth shut.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. So at the time I didn't know what any of this meant. I was like, okay, all right. So I spent the night in jail, and then the next day I went back to court, and handcuffed and shackled in my jail clothes, was awful and embarrassing. And I don't know if it was like humility. I was like, just maybe they thought like I thought I was better than someone or something. I don't know. And then the next day when I went in the court, I didn't say a word. He said, "Miss Crabtree, you have anything to say?" I said, "Nope." And he says, "Okay, good choice." He said, "Good answer." That's what he said, "Good answer." And I went home. And from then on, I changed my life. I was like, I am never going to prison. Because I'd never, I'd been close to going to prison, but not that close. I felt it. And prison just wasn't for me. And so 2 years ago, this is so cool, I found my judge on Facebook. And I messaged him and told him my whole story.
Wow. And
he was like so amazed. And now we're like Facebook friends.
Wow.
And he's such a cool person.
Wow.
So.
That's so. How are we related?
You're my grandpa.
How? Through who?
Through my dad.
Through your dad.
Yeah, so it's kind of a cool story.
No, it's a cool story. Probably won't have time to do it.
Maybe for another session.
Another-
But I'll tell you the quick version.
Just quick.
So, 3 years ago, I met my real father. I always knew this man's name, Michael Hudson, at the time. And when I was little, I just would cry out for him. And I didn't know him, but I loved him my whole life. And I just knew he had got to be better than the father that I was given. Not up there, but my stepfather. And I also, when I was younger, I called Ricky Lake and Sally Jesse Raphael. I just knew somebody was going to help me find my dad. And 3 years ago on Facebook, I found him, and I'll never forget it, Grandpa. He posted that he worked at Burger King. So here I am thinking my dad is like this Burger King worker. And nothing against Burger King workers, you guys. But I just had a different vision of him.
Playing with your head.
Yeah. But he's a great person. And he has brought me like so much joy. And so I got to meet him almost 3 years ago. And I gained all these like amazing grandparents and great grandma. And like just the most amazing aunts and uncles. It's just truly the biggest blessing of all. And I could never... And definitely being with you guys has definitely made me closer to God.
Praise
100%.
God. Praise God.
You guys are like a God magnet.
Yeah, God.
You have this force.
The force is with us.
I'm serious.
The Holy Ghost force, that is.
Yeah.
Well, God bless you. We're so glad that you're here, and we love you so much, and you've made our house happy with all of your kids, and we just love you guys so much, and we sure appreciate you here. So we want to tell you, God can change your life just like God changed her life. So if you need a change, you know to say, Jesus, come into my heart.
Jesus, come into my heart.
Forgive me my sins.
Forgive me of my sins.
Live your life in me.
From this day forward.
From this day forward, and you're say that sincere, it'll change your life. Boom, like that. You'll be born again and come right in the family. God bless you today.